Hi, everybody. Happy New Year. Happy 2026.
Hi everyone.
Welcome to our webinar. We're very excited to have you guys join us. This is actually our first webinar of the year, right, Anshul?
That's correct. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Nice, nice. So we're excited to welcome any new users of Bricks who are joining us for the first time, and then also say welcome back to any existing users who are joining us again and been with us since 2025. Um, We actually have a lot to cover today, so I actually think we can go right ahead and get started. And as people trickle in, if you have any questions, you can always jump in and hop into the chat. So, welcome everybody to our webinar where we'll be tutorialing you on how to create your first AI dashboard or your second AI dashboard in Bricks. We'll also be telling you a bit more about our new and advanced features, some of which we've actually just launched in 2026. So, we're super excited to tell you a bit more about that. So, hi, my name is Casey. I'm the design lead of Bricks, and I'm joined here today with Anshul, our product and engineering lead. We'll both be tag teaming the webinar together just to answer any questions and do the live demo as we go along. So, quick rundown about our how our webinar will run. Our primary focus today is to really show you how to use our product Bricks and how to create your visual first publish ready dashboards and reports from your spreadsheet data with AI. So we'll definitely start with a step-by-step live demo tutorial. We definitely feel a live demo probably will give you a better glimpse of how Bricks works. So we'll show you shortly, and Angela will take you through that. I'll also give you a very quick overview about our new product features, things like brandings, filters, table customizations, and more. So stay tuned on that. And then at the very end of the session, we'll also leave some room for a Q&A. But as we always encourage all of our viewers, please do drop in any questions as we go along in the chat or in the QA panel as well, because we will be monitoring everything. So, quick intro about Bricks, especially for those who are interacting with us for the first time. So, Bricks is essentially your AI data analyst and data visualization tool that can help you create dashboards and reports from your data in seconds with Bricks AI. So, we really do pride ourselves with beautiful visuals. We have pre-built themes that you can toggle on and off and apply directly, or we recently introduced custom themes where you can upload your own branding and it will also apply to the dashboard. We also incorporated a lot of powerful data support, so your dashboards are completely data backed and data driven. Anything you do your data will automatically apply to your dashboard, and you can do lots of data manipulation editing as you see fit. And you will be able to see this shortly in our live demo, but we made it super easy that anyone can do it. In probably like 3 or 4 simple steps, you'll be able to create a dashboard. So we're super excited to show you that. Quick overview about our new product features. We have recently introduced importing directly from Google Sheet and OneDrive. So on our home screen, before you even enter a prompt, you'll be able to connect to Google Sheet and OneDrive so your data will seamlessly transfer over to the dashboard. If you've also working with AI asking a lot of prompts and AI is helping you create multiple variations of your dashboard, you also have the option to revert to V1 or V2, depending on which one you're most happy with. We also introduced new table customization. So if you want to customize your table, edit your table, or create new styles, you can also ask AI Chat to help you with that. This one is my personal favorite, custom branding. As I mentioned before, you can easily upload a logo or a screenshot of your website, and our AI will be able to pick it up and then apply that branding onto your dashboard as a custom theme. We also introduced being able to create dashboards from multiple files, which is super handy if you have a lot of files and a lot of data you're working with. And we have dashboard auto refresh. So whenever you're editing your data on the spreadsheet grid, it will automatically apply onto your dashboard. You can also apply filters like slicers and drill downs directly on the dashboard. And if you're super happy with the final dashboard that you've created, you can you reuse that same template, but then apply a different data set onto that dashboard. So lots of new exciting product features. Are always innovating over Bricks, but Angela will be able to show you that during the live demo. So, as I mentioned, best way to see it is definitely through our live demos. So we'll shortly jump through to the walkthrough. But if you do have any questions, quick reminder, please do drop them into the Zoom chat and we'll answer them live as we go along. You might also notice a poll come up. Sometimes I forget. I think Angela does a great job reminding me to put it up. But we really would love to hear your feedback there. It's really quick questions. And a lot of people who actually did our 2025 poll had a hand in shaping what our 2026 product looks like. So please do fill that out when you see it pop up. So I'm going to hand it over to Angela now.
That's great. Thank you so much, Casey, for that pretty quick introduction.
Mm-hmm.
It really gave us an idea of what we are going to do in the demo. Let me
Mm-hmm.
share my screen. Yes, is my screen visible?
Yep, I
Yes.
can see it.
Okay, hey everyone. Thank you so much for joining in. As Casey has explained in the introduction, it's really easy. It's super simple to create a dashboard in Bricks, backed by complete support of your data. So once you sign up for Bricks, you will be landed to this screen, which is basically our homepage of our application. You, if you're a new user, of course, you will not be able to see any of your files. But since I'm an existing user, you can see all of my files over here. But this is the main working area. This is where you interact with the AI. This is where you create your dashboard. So what I'll be doing is I'll be just clicking on attach file, choose a file because I need to create my dashboard based on my data. Here I am just selecting one of my standard templates of data. And now, of course, you can write more prompt over here if you really wanted to be more specific about what type of dashboard you want, what visualizations do you really need. But if you just want to give it a try, just click on create dashboard. Now, as you can see, my data has been imported. My data is mainly about a cookie company, about the different locations, sales locations, and how much the sales have happened over the past 3 months. Now, the dashboard, of course, will take some time, but internally, what we are trying to do is we are trying to understand your data. There are multiple agents working underneath it. One agent trying to understand your data, another agent trying to understand the anomalies, the trends in your data, trying to figure out a story from your data. The third agent plans exactly how your dashboard should look like, what all charts, visualizations, tables, KPI blocks should be there. The fourth agent will then try to understand the chart, will then create insights and trends from your chart, and the fifth agent will then beautifully lay out in a like in a beautiful manner on in a particular dashboard format. So as you can see, like it did not take much time and I have already started seeing some of my blocks. These are the KPI blocks, some of the charts which have already started coming up. You will see a lot of layouting changes, but that's AI trying to understand what and where these blocks should be placed onto. So as you can see, these charts have been created and as you can see multiple charts, multiple types of charts have been created. Let me just complete the tutorial. Uh, yes. So as you can see over here, now based on the charts, we are also creating insights. I'll give you a high level overview of what the dashboard looks like. You can see initially we have a summary available for your dashboard. Over here, everything is customizable. So you can edit a summary, you can delete if you really want to, or you can add more insights over here. For example, these are the KPI blocks. You can see all the different types of charts. We have bar, we have stacked bar chart, combination, pie chart, align chart. We have various other types of variations of charts available. You just have to tell to AI to create something. Will be showing it in the demo soon. As you can see, we also create some summary tables. These summary tables you can consider them to be very much equivalent to pivot tables in Excel or spreadsheet, general spreadsheet software. It basically summarizes your data based on few verticals and show it in a summary manner. Now,
Yeah,
as
and sorry, Angela, one
yes,
thing to add as well. One of the things I really love about our dashboard is the insights block because our AI is actually able to crawl your data and then really summarize certain trends and then actually tell a story with it, which I don't think a lot of the other AI tools out there do that. So pretty handy.
absolutely. So as we can see over here, like we of course select some of the charts automatically to create insights, but you again have full flexibility to create insights for any of the charts. Here we can see chocolate chip is the top seller. Now AI looked at your data, looked at the chart, and it tried to understand if there would have been some anomalies, it would have, or inconsistencies, it would have figured out those things out and would have flagged it over here. Now it's very easy to make these flags. If, for example, you are sending it to a client, you are sending a report, you can mark it as bold or you can mark it with different colors, for example, so you can highlight the changes in your dashboard very easily. So that's about changing the textual blocks, but
Mhm.
the complete dashboard is actually customizable and editable. We have been using that term a lot of times, but just to quickly show it to you, for example, I really want to emphasize this chart. I can move it, I can just grab it, I can resize it, and you can clearly see now the whole of layout of the dashboard is actually editable. Now I can go ahead, I did not wanted this particular insight, I can just remove it and so on. So, and you can keep on resizing other things if based on your requirement. It's everything is customizable. Now it's not just the sizes and the placement which you can modify, but on the left hand side you can see, which I really like the best, as Casey was also saying, we provide you custom themes. So we have some predefined themes, and then you can, of course, create your own custom themes as well. These predefined themes, as you can see, all you need to do is just click on these buttons. You will be able to explore different themes. Of course, it depends on your taste, but I really like the professional theme. It's very subtle. You have very specific
Right.
colors over there. So keep on exploring themes on the left side of it.
Mhm.
Now, as Casey also mentioned, very recently, like it has been few weeks, of course, but we introduced custom themes. So what I'll be doing is let me revert back to the original one for now, and I will try to create an image so that I can show you what I'm trying to do over here. So as you can see, this is a screenshot of one of the reports. It's a sample report, but you can consider it to be a company report. So I really want my dashboard to look like this. It should have, for example, predominantly yellow and black color, and maybe a few other gray scale colors. What I'll be doing is now I'll be uploading this particular image. It will take some time, but AI will then try to extract the colors. AI will try to understand what are the primary color, what are the secondary colors, and so on. And as you can see, the complete dashboard got updated. It was able to figure out the colors, and based on again your choice, you have complete option to edit any of these things if you really want to. For example, you figured out that no, I have a specific hex color code requirement for my dashboard. You can come over here and then you can update it accordingly. So this custom theme has been super useful if you really want your dashboard or report to look like to carry your company branding and have some specific colors based on your design skills.
Yeah, this
um,
is definitely one of my favorites. And we do offer the ability for AI to crawl it, but at the same time, you still have that flexibility to customize as you see fit, which is nice.
Absolutely. So I'll
Hmm.
keep the custom theme as it is for now, just for the demo purpose. I'll go ahead and remove this particular image now. So as you can see, it was very simple, very easy for me to edit some specific blocks. But what you can actually as well do is you can go ahead. I'll just revert to the default for now so that it is very clear. You can select a particular block and then you can go to a block style, and then you can actually change one of the blocks as well. For example, I really wanted to highlight this particular image. I went ahead and just added one very light color. I mean, I should have gone with a much lighter color, but it's fine. So just to give you an idea, the whole color of the blocks, all the blocks can be editable like this. You can also go ahead and edit the background of the dashboard. Sorry, my zoom actions are coming into in between. So yeah, so you should be able to modify the complete dashboard color as well. As you can see, I just modified the background color. You can make it dark and so on. So, okay, so once this is done, once you have figured out that how do you update the dashboard, what you really wanted to do is, are the individual blocks editable and customizable? Like, can you actually modify any of the charts? Can you add more charts to it? Maybe AI would have done a really good job in trying to understand your data, but sometimes it's possible that it did not cover the exact direction which you would have wanted. So now Here you can see the complete AI chat. Here you can enable, disable it using this button on the left panel. What I can do is I can just tell AI to create a chart from table 01, which is where my data resides, for product versus total sales in a pie chart. Okay, so maybe this particular information might have already been there. Maybe no, this is by state, so it's good that I just came up with a new particular chart. So as you can see, the chart has been created. It's a pie chart exactly how I would have wanted. Now I maybe pie chart is not looking that great. I can quickly say convert it to a bar chart. So all you need to do is just interact with AI, just supply whatever requirements you have to AI in the prompt, and AI will be able to do that. Now, as you can see, we take some time because we are validating whether the AI output is correct or not. So after every action, you might see a little bit of delay, but I think that's acceptable because we are validating your output or validating the changes which has been done by AI. So maybe in this particular chart, I would have wanted highlight, for example, highlight chocolate chip to be orange color. Now, it's possible sometimes AI does not understand your requirement or prompt correctly. So you might have to retry it one or two times. But we are doing like we are constantly evaluating and working on these changes so that we are able to do a much better job in understanding your requirement.
Mm,
And we are trying to use different models under the hood based on your requirements, what you really wanted to do. Luckily, all my these queries actually worked over here. And
nice.
now, for example, if I really wanted to move this chart up, I can just move it over here. Now, as I was saying, you can actually generate more insights out of it. So all you need to do is just click on generate insights from the menu, and AI will again be able to analyze this chart and generate the insight based out of it. Now, as you can
Right.
see,
Sorry, and Anshul, we are
yeah,
able to like customize and edit manually the charts as well, right? But then I do
abs
know usually with like AI chat, we get better results. So
It's
we want
much
to like,
faster, exactly. So
yeah.
here you can click on the edit. So you can see this is a manual chart composer where you can edit different things. You can go to a horizontal bar chart, for example. You can do a lot of other things over here. You have more options and more controls available if you really wanted to update something manually. But it's much easier to do it with AI because AI will be able to just execute your request. Whatever you really wanted to do, just tell it to AI and AI will be able to understand that. I think that's the philosophy which has been in all the AI products. You don't have to
Mhm.
learn why. You just tell AI what your requirement is, and everything will get done.
Yeah, absolutely. I
So
also think that answers what Art just asked. So he asked, can we drill down any of the chart values? So as Anshul just mentioned, yes, you can definitely do just input a prompt to our AI chat, and they should be able to drill down that chart for you. But we do as well offer those manual customizations as Anshul just flashed on screen.
absolutely.
Mhm.
So do we have any more questions on the chat, Casey?
Actually, one just came in. Can I import multiple files into one dashboard from Darren? Yes,
Okay.
short answer is yes. We actually introduced that as one of our new features just now on our deck. So we can show that. Maybe would now be a good time, Anshul?
Maybe
Or
I
what do
think
you
we can
think?
do it. It's
Okay,
absolutely
okay,
no
sounds
problem.
good. Yes.
So again, you just go back to the home page and you just try to select two files. So here, for example, I'm selecting my sales data, which is from January and April's data. And what I can do is now I can say compare different months. So here I'm trying to now compare the sales data of different months. I specify my requirement over here and just click on create dashboard. Now, again, as you can see below, you will see that all the data has been imported. This is my January to March data, and this is my April's data. And now AI will be able to then understand this information that I have imported two different data sets. And it will then, since I have explicitly specified I want to compare different months, hopefully in the output, you should be able to see that it is actually comparing all the charts and all the summary tables would have based on the comparison between different months sales data.
Yeah, and
So
to
it
add
will,
on to that, I don't know if we have any returning users of Bricks, but you might have noticed we also recently updated our home screen. Sorry, Angela, I don't want you to navigate away because I know our
absolutely. No, no,
dashboard
no.
is
We have some
creating.
time. Yes.
So, yes, our home screen was recently updated. So, as Angela was saying, we do have the ability to upload multiple files. You can't just create a dashboard without a prompt, but we highly recommend you to add a prompt. That way, you can customize the dashboard just like what Angela did, comparing different months to be able to get a more tailored dashboard for yourself.
Absolutely. So
Mhm.
that's a very super powerful because now you can specify what is your requirement through a prompt and you don't have to wait for AI to completely understand your data. You understand your data. You just have to tell AI that work on this particular thing. Like consider AI to be your data analyst, to be your assistant. You just have to specify your requirements and it should be able to work on that. So as you can see over here, now you can see different charts. It is comparing the different months. It was able to consolidate the two different data set into one, and it is able to now have all the different charts, which is comparing all the four different data sets, different months, as you can see over here. So
Right. We also had a follow-up question from Art, which is
sure.
actually really relevant to this. So he asked us, the AI determine if there's a relationship between the multiple files. What if they're completely irrelevant?
Sorry. Okay. So yes, so what you can do over here is, I think I'll just go back to my file. Okay, so over here, once you click on a particular data set, you can just go to view data. Here you'll be able to see what data from which data your particular chart or table has been created. And of course, this is a summary table because even chart requires aggregation. You might want to just see the sum, not individual data points. You can go over onto the extended menu, view source data, and here you will go to your source data and you will actually see what particular columns have been selected to generate this aggregated data. So you can backtrace from where the particular chart has been created back to your source data.
Yeah, and I think one thing I love about Bricks as well is when you upload a big chunk of data, Bricks actually helps you clean up that data and then sort them into like tables, and they're directly linked to the dashboard. So you can easily click on any of those blocks, go back to that data, and see what AI was able to generate and distinguish from your data.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think yeah, there is one more question from Michael. Can I create dashboards from other file types that are not Excel? So yes, I think we do support dashboard creation from a lot of different files. File types, as you can see over here, you can just upload your file using XLSX, CSV, PDF, PNG formats. Like these are all the formats which we do support. And it's very easy to, for example, convert your tabular data into one of these formats by any other external tools. We are constantly trying to improve on like supporting multiple different data types or different file types over here. So every month or every week, you'll be able to see we are keep on adding different connectors or different data types. So as Casey has also mentioned earlier, we also support Microsoft Excel and Google Sheets integration.
Mhm.
So I'll quickly show that as well now that we are on that flow. So okay, so I just click on Google Drive. So once you click on the attach file, you can either choose it locally, what I did earlier, but over here now you can just go to Google Drive. I'll just log in using my email address because we need a specific permission over here to read your files. When you log in, it's a different set of permissions. And as you can see, all of my Excel files, CSV, PNGs, PDFs will be available over here. I can just click on one of these files and just click on import, and the import will just work absolutely as you would have done it from the local file system. And similarly for OneDrive as well. Now you don't have to click on I was already connected, so you can see it over here. And you don't have to keep on connecting Google Drive. Most likely you will be logged in so that you can just keep on importing your files. So it's much easier to import your Google Sheet files and OneDrive files directly into Bricks now.
Right, and I think this is one of our highly requested features since the late last year. So we're really excited to roll this out. I think, Anshul, it would also be really cool to show maybe if we recently introduced table customizations via AI chat.
Absolutely.
Um, yeah.
Yeah, I think that we can clearly see. Okay, so this is, I think we are actually every week we are trying to improve on and adding more features to AI so that everything is supported with the help of AI. So as I can see, I can quickly say, uh, change color to green for all the products which have units sold more than, I don't know, maybe 8,000. Okay, let's see in table 02. I'm just specifying the table name so that it is very explicit to AI where my intention is. So all the table names and block names, you will see it over here. So let's see. I think AI, AI has actually trying to understand a particular chart. It actually updated this particular chart. Let me try to copy it back and try to do it the same thing in the table 02. Yeah. Let's see if AI can understand that. I think because I had my chart selected in the previous query, it was able to do it for that particular chart. But since now I have explicitly selected, I think
Hmm.
not doing. But yes, again, I think it is trying to stuck on this particular chart, but you can actually do it for the table as well. Maybe I can try it for a different, but it's okay. We don't have to waste too much
No
time
worries.
over there. But yes, I think we can just move ahead.
Yeah, maybe we can actually tackle some questions because we did have a few
Yeah.
come in. So Michael asks, can AI create dashboards from other file types that are not Excel?
Yes, we already answered that. Yes.
Yes, we already answered that, right? Would the tools flag us for any anomaly in data?
Yes, so now that's something which you can always do once if you really want to understand what anomalies are there, dashboard agent will do that job for you. If there's any problem in the data, it will highlight in the form of charts. But if you really wanted to analyze your data, you can come onto the data part and you can quickly just tell AI, like analyze my data or clean my data, for example, for table 02. And you can specify what you really are looking out for. So for example, you might have imported from a particular tool and you know that this tool does not do a good job in replacing, for example, proper dates, for example. So you can come over here and specify to AI what exactly is requirement. Once the cleaning or editing has been done, it everything is again determined by AI. So just to give you an example, for example, I really wanted to see unit cost in a one decimal place. For example, this is the cleanup which I would have done in this particular data. So you can do over here, once the cleanup has been done, as you can see now the AI updated the column. Now you can click on create dashboard or you can type a command to create a dashboard or report and you can just click over here and then create dashboard and the dashboard will get created. So if you really want to clean up your data, you first import your data and then clean up the data and then create dashboard. Otherwise, if you are not worried about your data, you just import your data and just directly create it from the home page.
Yeah, and I do think we also have a good chunk of users that actually just use Bricks for data editing and data manipulation, data cleanup. So yeah, as Angel mentioned, you can definitely import that into the grid, edit that, and then create a dashboard after. Um,
Perfect.
Yes, and apologies. We actually missed this question about data confidentiality, which is a very important question. And it is a common question that we get quite often at Bricks. We just want to reassure everybody that your data, whatever you upload onto Bricks, is fully encrypted and secure according to industry data practices. It will never be used for AI training, so please be rest assured that your data will stay confidential.
Absolutely.
Um, Yes, actually, Angela, I realized we probably didn't show how to share and export the dashboard. So if we're happy with
Yes,
this final product, where do
definitely.
we go?
So I'll show it to you guys. Casey, maybe we can launch the poll in the meantime.
Oh,
I'm
yes, thank you for reminding me.
So as Casey mentioned, you are able to now export and share your dashboard. Of course, all the work what you have done, all the hard work, AI and you have done, you are able to just click on share and export. Here you can invite your team members using some email address. For example, I just invited my personal email over here. You can share it using a link. So you can just copy the link and share it with your colleague or your friends, and they will be able to access this particular dashboard. Or you can export in PDF and PPTX format. Now, PDF format is of course similar to what you see, what you get divided into different pages. PPTX will convert each and individual rows of your data into a slide, which you can modify it in a slide or in any other slide editing software. One more important feature what we have is the create public link. You just click on this thing. Maybe you wanted to publish only the dashboard. So once you do this, then the dashboard gets published as a public link. Now the of course the data is you do not want your data to be public. You only wanted your dashboard to be public. You can just publish it, and now any user on the internet will have access to your link. They can open it without even signing up for the bricks. Now, if you are really concerned about your data security, then of course you might not want to go about it. But as a developer, as a product person, I can clearly tell it to you that you don't even have to worry about any public link, because the link itself has a password, it has a UUID, so it is not searchable by any search engine. So your data is pretty safe, and no one can guess what a link is. So it's relatively very safe to be used.
Yeah.
But if you really wanted to unpublish, you can come over here and just unpublish all, and the link will no longer be accessible by anyone.
Yeah, definitely. And I think the great thing about this is I kind of see Bricks as kind of like Google Drive. Like when you share links, you still have the option to really adjust your permissions and your security. But then at the same time, if you're on the web browser, you just share Bricks links. It's that easy to do work. And fun fact, actually, the presentation that we were sharing just now for our webinar was completely built on Bricks. So I didn't have any PowerPoint files open. Super handy. Doesn't lag my computer. We did have more questions come up. So Art asks, I think the product is great, but seem to dominate on static data. How do I get it to refresh from my source?
Yes. So I think as we are currently working on integrating different data connectors, and we are currently working on to integrate different API sources. Just now, as you would have seen, we connected the Google Sheet and the OneDrive. So it is a one-time connection. Maybe in 1 or 2 weeks of time, you'll be able to see that as you will have a refresh capability available within Bricks. So you just connect your a particular file, a Google Sheet file or a OneDrive file. You just hit a particular button and the dashboard will get refreshed. So uh, of course, like pulling of data continuously can also be done, but that then will become a BI software completely. We would eventually go into that direction if we really wanted to do, but we really wanted to keep the whole application really simple. So you just import your file, connect your data, and the dashboard will get refreshed. So yes, I think keep an eye on this thing. In few weeks of time, hopefully you'll be able to refresh your dashboards without you manually re-importing your data.
Yeah, and I think that actually answers Chris's question because he had the exact same question. I'd also say because for Bricks, we have that dashboard refresh functionality already built in. Once you import your data into our grid, it's so simple. It already automatically refreshes every time you edit that data within Bricks. So
Got it.
it's just a
So
quick 1 minute import. Yeah.
yeah. One more thing, I just adding to Chris and Art's question. I think
Mhm.
the API support is currently supported internally in Bricks. For that, I think we are offering an enterprise solution. We do not have it under a free plan or a premium or pro plan, but for enterprise plan, we do offer API integration. So please reach out to us via our support section, via our help section, and like connect with us, and we should be able to understand your requirements and cater to those requirements in an enterprise solution.
Yeah, we actually got a really interesting question here. So it's safe to assume AI do the heavy lifting, but we humans do the vetting anyway to make sure human in loop approach before asking AI to generate dashboard. Yes, I think that is actually a very great summary of what we're trying to do at Bricks. We were trying to make it really easy to generate a dashboard, but at the same time, you still have that authority and the decision-making power to make sure the dashboard is what you like.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay. So
Sorry. Yes, you go ahead, Anshul.
go ahead. No, I was just trying to say that maybe I can show some more features before we run out of time.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Maybe we can show some filters. That's a very handy feature as well.
Absolutely. So as you can see over here, there are a few options available to you on the left-hand side or at the bottom of the dashboard. You can see add filters, or you can just, again, based on your requirement, just tell to AI what you really wanted to do. I really wanted to get some filters added to the dashboard. I just clicked on this thing, and let's see. Again, AI will again try to understand your data, and based on your data, it will then create the respective filters over here. As you can see, it has given me some date filter, so I can specify what date I really wanted to do. If I really wanted to drill down to, for example, two of my cookies, I really wanted to understand, all of the charts now have been updated based on these two cookies. You can see chocolate chip and double chocolate. Over here as well, chocolate and double chocolate. So all the charts, I can maybe quickly show it to you over here in the real time. If I select oatmeal, as you can see, one oatmeal also get added. Now it's a multi-level filtering. I really wanted to do. I am maybe the salesperson in California. I just wanted to do it for California. I am a product or I'm a manager. I want to see it in two different regions. I can quickly do those types of drill downs over here. Now, as you
Nice.
can see, the insights are not getting updated if I'm changing the filters. That's because we really wanted to show you in real time how your charts and everything get updated. Since insights is AI generated, what you need to do is click on the left panel on the actions and click on refresh insights. So once you click on refresh insights, AI will again try to understand your charts based on the filtered data and then will regenerate the insights. If you have done manual changes on the insights, AI will do its best to keep and retain your manual changes. As you would have seen, I had actually explicitly stated that my oatmeal raisin is the top seller. It actually kept it formatting. Everything remained as it is. So that's the benefit of using breaks, that you can actually modify your data but still keep on updating your dashboard as you go in the product. Now another thing what you can do is, if you really wanted to, I'll just clear the dashboard filters for now. And a very quick note is, we have been saying that you have your dashboard to be auto refreshable. So what you can do is, you can see over here my data is till the month of March, and I can come over here and I can update data. I'm just on the extended menu and I'm adding to the table. I'm now importing my April's data over here. So as you can see, my April's data got appended. Of course, you need to take care that your schema matches or your data actually matches of what you are already had and what you are importing. And now all the files, all the data, all the charts would have been updated with the new set of data. Here you can easily see I have already added my April's data over here in this particular chart, but all the numbers are also have been updated over here. So it's super simple to update your data and then keep on refreshing your dashboards without any manual intervention.
Nice, yeah. I would also love to share one other feature, reusing templates, because Andrea actually just asked a really good question. I'll give you a quick nutshell answer, but the idea is she's proposing maybe we can create different templates, maybe like a sales report or profit and loss report that we can start from, then modify it to fit our business, rather from starting with on scratch with each dashboard creation or having to create a dashboard template and reuse it. So I think this feature will answer your query, Andrea.
Absolutely. So I think, yes, I think we did not go into the template creation flow as of now, because we really, all of your data, really everyone's data is so different. Like even as a salesperson, my data will look very different from what Casey has her for her sales data, for example. It will be very different. So we just wanted to make sure that AI understands your data, and then we have done extensive job in trying to let AI understand how to create the dashboard from your data. But once you have created your dashboard, for example, you have created your dashboard for your one location and you wanted to use the same dashboard for another location, you can do that. So what I'll be showing it over here on the action side. For example, now this dashboard has been created. I have customized it. Maybe I'll quickly add my logo over here so that we can clearly see the changes. I just add one bricks logo over here. Okay, so now for example, I have customized it. I have added more charts over here. On the action side, you just click on reuse dashboard. And okay, wait, over here, as you can see, all of my data is US data. I want to reuse the dashboard for my UK location. So I just import my UK location over here. And now AI will keep your chart, your configuration, your manual changes as it is, any customizations you have done as it is. And based on that, it will then try to understand what was the existing data, what you had, and what data you are importing, and then update the charts and the summary tables and the KPIs and insights according to that, the new imported data. So as you can see over here, now this particular data belongs to UK. All the locations have been updated in the data. Basically, the data has been replaced. And now all the locations, what you will be seeing over here, all the charts are now belonging to UK location. So your structure remains same, your customization, your image editing, any of the customization, what you have added. As you will remember, Oatmeal was the top seller in US, but now the double chocolate is the topmost product selling in UK location. So your configuration remains same. You are just reusing the template what you have already created.
Yeah, absolutely. And it sounds like if you just create like a template once, you'll be able to replicate it across all different data sets. So it shouldn't be too difficult to be able to duplicate that over.
Absolutely. And how you manage all the files and all the templates, what you need to do is just click on all projects. So you will see all the recent projects over here directly at your homepage. But if you really wanted to manage your templates and everything, we have different folder options available over here. As you can see, this is our company's um, organization. Here we have organized our files and projects into different folders. We have engineering, we have product, for example. So you have so many different folders. Here you can organize your files. I could have all the demos. What we are doing is we are creating it in webinar demos, for example, and you can keep on managing your files over here. You can make a duplication, you can delete, and all those project organizations can be done over here. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Angela, I think we are running low on time, so maybe we can
Sure.
very quickly just show restoring in chat because I do think that's a useful feature that
Absolutely.
we recently introduced.
Okay, so let me make convert this to a bar chart. So very recently we introduced feature. Many times people have expressed that, oh, AI did something wrong, which I did not intend to do, or AI did something which I did not want to do. So all of those things, and you might want to revert to some point in the past, right? So now it's very super easy. What you can do is once you hover onto your message, any of the history messages on the left panel, you will see a revert button over here, remove changes. You click on this, will ask for a confirmation because this will actually revert your project state to an earlier state. You just click on continue. It will then try to take your file back to the previous state. And as you can see, the bar chart, which I converted from a line chart to a bar chart, got reverted back to its previous state. However, sometimes you just want to go back and see how it looked like, but you might want to restore your changes. You can just click on restore changes, and again, it will take back to the to the new state. But all of these things can be done if you are not making any intermediate changes. So just take care of those. Just take care, making sure that you are not making any manual changes or intermediate changes before you are restoring or you are going back or reverting the change.
Nice. I feel like this feature, I will personally use that quite a bit because whenever I ask AI chat, I make so many modifications, so it's super helpful to have that handy. Um,
Absolutely.
Right. So we do have a couple of minutes left. I think now is actually a perfect time to tackle some of the questions. Our chat has been very
That's great.
lively and we've been getting a lot of interaction there. So will this webinar recording be sent? Yes, it will be. We will have a post-webinar email sent out to all of our viewers today. So please take a look out on that and there will be some other information that I'll mention at the end of our webinar.
Yeah.
Um, Art asks, how long before API? I think you might have answered that already, Angela.
Yes, yes. So I think, as I mentioned, I mean, please reach out to us, and we'll be able to understand because all the API integrations are very custom. So we needed to understand your requirement before we can say whether we already support it or we need some work to get it supported. So reach out to us, and we do offer these integrations in an enterprise solution.
Okay, gotcha. Another question. I am a financial analyst. How can I make app like Bricks for company data use only? I think this might be more of a like a security permissions question, which Angel already briefly touched on about sharing and how we can reconfigure those settings.
So our solution is right now, it's a software as a service. It is hosted in AWS infrastructure. So from a security perspective, of course, all of your data is securely stored both during the transit as well as from a storage perspective. But we do understand some companies really want an in-house solution, an in-house hosted solution, which we currently do not support. So that's the current limitation that we do provide a lot of security as far as the data is considered, but we do not provide a solution which you can host internally within a company.
Mhm. Another question. Do we have a feature in Bricks where we can see all the changes or edits we made to the dashboard starting from first data ingestion, like in the form of a log or code scripts?
Yes. So I think all of your prompts are being stored, so you can actually see if you have made any changes onto the AI. This whole left panel, what you are seeing it on the screen, will consist all of your history. But if you really wanted to see again all of the history across the different files, you can go to the extended menu. Um, and here, there is a history button, the second one. Yeah, here
Right.
you'll be able to see all of your AI prompt history as well. So these are the two places where you can check the history and your changes. But if you have done some manual changes, those manual changes will are not available. I think few users have requested that to show the manual changes if you have done it. I think we will try to introduce those in coming few weeks as well. Yeah.
Right. And I think this we can like segue into another question. So, how to download dashboard for meeting presentation? Angel showed this previously in the live demo
Yeah.
as well. But if you hit share and export, you have multiple options: PDF or PPTX, which will be usable for meeting presentations. And I love that Bricks we actually modify the file so that way it's presentable ready. You don't have to go into PowerPoint and readjust everything. It just works really cleanly.
Absolutely.
Um, can you change the charts like heat maps? Yes.
Yes. So that's a great way for us to introduce our next set of features which are coming up. We still have like limited amount of charts, but we are currently working on a feature where the number of charts will become unlimited. You can create any amount of any type of charts which you really wanted to. Gantt chart, Sankey charts, heat map charts, or any other infographics which you really wanted to do. So keep an eye on the updates, and in 1 or 2 weeks of time you will be
Mhm.
getting that huge update on charts so that you can create any type of charts.
Yep, absolutely. Thanks, Anshul. So we are running really tight on time, so I'm afraid we have to conclude our webinar today. But if you have any other questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to us. You can reach out to us through the help button here. You can just start a conversation directly with us. The great thing I
Yeah,
love about us is we actually are a very small, nimble team, but whenever you reach out to us, you'll be actually talking to a real human being and a real team member. So please reach out if you have any personal questions about bricks that you need help with. So, thank you everybody for joining us today and rounding out our first webinar of 2026. I think it was a great turnout and we had a lot of great questions. As we mentioned before, we will be sending a webinar recap in the post-webinar email, so please do check it out for more details there. And as I mentioned, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out using the help button Bricks on or the support page on our Bricks marketing website or join our Discord community. We honestly have a lot of channels where you can reach out to us. Um, I'm just going to end our poll right now. I know we still have a little bit of questions come in, but I'm afraid we do have to table that. But please do reach out to us. Promise we will reconnect back with you.
thank you so much everyone for joining in. Thanks.
Yes.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Kate.
Anshul. Bye, everybody. See you.